Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Kent. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. It's time again for the knife of the day. You know, we've been going through my Spyderco collection for over 220 days. Yeah. And this week we're going to wrap it up. I'm expecting some new knives probably later today or tomorrow, early tomorrow. So we'll do those. But by the end of this week, we should be finally done with my Spyderco collection. We'll move on. I figure what I'll do is my Chris Reeve collection. There are like 58 knives. The Browse Blade collection, about 30. And then the Microtech out the fronts, automatic out the fronts. I think there's like 12 of those. We're going to mix and match. We're not going to just go through all the Chris Reeve. We're going to go through all three of those mini collections all at the same time, and then we'll move on to the Striders and all the other knives, including the case knives. Case knives will probably be last because I'll have to do some research. I haven't played with my case knives in a long time, but I love them. All right, today we're talking value folders. I have the original value folders that you see right there, the Spyderco value folders. These are inexpensive knives. I love this series. This is what started me on Spyderco and started me with the collection. You've seen a lot of expensive Spydercos, but these are the least expensive Spydercos. But man, the bang for your buck is unbelievable. These are the four originals: the Resilience, the Tenacious, the Persistence, and the Ambitious. These knives are so good. I have several duplicates because I just love these knives. These knives cut me more times than I could even remember. Man, I got cut so much. They started my knife collecting, and I want to talk about them. This year, well, let's start with the originals first, and then we'll talk about the two newer additions to the value folders. Now, a lot of people, let's hope all of my focusing works on these. A lot of people also include the Chicago and the Cat in this collection. I just did, I showed you and talked about the Cat and the Chicago during the past week. So go check those out on my list. By the way, on that video list, you have every single knife that I've showed you on this collection, the Knife of the Day series, and I will post all of those. I don't include those because the smallest, the Cat, is about as expensive as the largest of this bunch. So let's talk about these knives. The great thing, and the reason they're called the value folders, is each of them, I mean, they range from $55 maybe down to $25, depending on where you buy them. So they are inexpensive. So let's start from the top. The big daddy of them all. This is the Resilience. The great thing, whoops, you see I almost cut myself because I'm so used to forward choils on Spydercos. The one thing about the value series, they don't have a forward choil. I almost went right for that blade and the forward choil. This is huge. It's the Resilience. It's 4.2 inch blade. All of it is edge pretty much. Huge blade. 9.4 inches in size. It weighs 5.1 ounces. Now let me tell you, all of these, especially these first four, the originals, they all pretty much have the same profile. They have the Spyderco leaf shape blade. Okay. They have the jimping right there, a little bit of jimping. No forward choil on the blade, you know, no 50-50 choil that we're used to with Spyderco. The handle, these are all four of these, have the same black G10 scales. Open construction, they have liners, full liners, but they're skeletonized, okay? So they have cut into them and they have holes in the liners to lessen the weight. 4-way clip and a lanyard hole. 4-way clip, left, right, up, and down. See-through construction, easy to clean, and like I said, they are so smooth. Now, these are my first Spydercos, so they're 3.5 years old, but man, they are so smooth. How this right here, just on Amazon, goes for like $54, okay? You can probably get them, depending on where you find them, inexpensive. This is the biggest one. It's a big mama, right? One reason they're able to have this value, and it's the money for the value is very good. Of course, they come out of the box as sharp as hell, like all Spyderco knives. One reason is the materials, right? Black G10, it's not the best G10 that Spyderco has on some of their knives. The blade is 8CR 13 MOV steel. 8CR 13 MOV steel. These are made in China, but they are well done. That's how they got all the prices lowered on these. The second down, I'm sorry that this is going to be later, but I want to go through all 6. Yes, there are 6 of the value folders in this one video. I think before, sometimes some of these knives, and I'm going to really get into more expensive knives when I do Chris Reeve knives and that sort of thing. Some of the Spydercos that you've seen, they may be out of your price range, but these aren't. Just start with one of them. And the great thing is, you can see which one fits you the best, which one you prefer, and that's a subjective thing. That's a big beast. This is the Tenacious, 3.4 inches. That's the blade, again, that leaf-shaped blade. 7.8 inches total and 4.2 ounces. They are so, I play with these so much. They are so loose. Again, see-through construction, G10 scales, and the 4-way clip. Oh, and the other thing, they are all liner locks. They all have a liner lock. Okay. The third one down, now we're talking in, this is where I thought, oh, I love this knife when I got it. The persistence. That's kind of my size. I like them a little smaller. 2.8 ounces. The blade is 2.8 inches, which means it's legal everywhere. Now we're getting into the smaller knives, legal everywhere. That's what I love about this collection. Just start with one of them. And then you can work your way through, and at the end you can have 4 of the originals. They come in sometimes blue G10, brown G10. They're just really nice beginner knives. And then you're finished with a 4 knife collection. And then Spyderco has 2 newer ones. I'll show you those later. So you'll have a 6 knife Spyderco collection, all different shapes, mostly the same shape, all different sizes. Just a wonderful starter collection, okay? I like that because sometimes I show all these things. I'm an older guy. I have an established work history. I work in a job that I've been working in a long time. I have disposable income. Sometimes it's like, hey, these are too expensive for me. I get it. But if you're interested in trying out Spydercos, this is a great thing, the value folders. I'm so happy that they are still offering these constantly. Just nice knives. So like I said, this is the Persistence 2.8 inch blade, 6.9 inches altogether. And this is, how much does this weigh? Did I even put it down? So this is, again, a little lighter. I didn't put how light. But again, just a little bit lighter, same profile but smaller. And then the baby, and I got 3 of these because I just loved it when I first bought it. The Ambitious 2.3 inches in size. Again, all the other attributes, just they really do, folks. They get very nice and easy on you. If you're new to knife making and you're looking at getting these, remember, all Spydercos come out factory sharp. Please watch yourself. Pay attention when you're opening and closing. Don't try to be like those fancy YouTubers. Not me. I'm not fancy as far as opening and flicking it open. I tried, and literally I gave up so much blood the first several months of collecting. So be careful. This is the Ambitious 2.3 inches. The blade. And then total 5.9 inches total. And again, this is like $30. You can find these under $30. Just a wonderful collection. Now that's the beginning, okay? The most recent value folder is the brand new Efficient from Spyderco. So they did a couple of changes. They still have the same leaf shape, but look, they added my forward choil. Thank you, Spyderco. I think they should have had them on all the value folders. I probably wouldn't have cut myself as much, but you see the 50-50 forward choil right here. 50% is from the steel. The other 50 is from the handle. Just a real nice knife. I like the forward choil. We're talking about 2.7 inches as far as the blade is concerned. 7.6 inches total. 4.1 ounces. It has that deeper handle choil right there. Easier to get to the liner lock. Just a lot easier. Those are easy too, but just easy to get to the liner lock. Again, the shape is a little bit different. Got a little fancy with the shape. The lanyard hole is not at the bottom. It's right here on the side. They also have a back spacer. This is the only one that they included a back spacer, which that's why it's 4.1 ounces. Look, for me, I don't mind a back spacer, but I think one thing about the see-through construction is it's easy to clean. You can blow it, clean. This you need to get in there and just clean it out a little because of the back spacer. But man, it's a real nice, very nice knife. And again, same steel for this one. But this one, because it's 2.7 and, the persistence is 2.8, it would fall about right here in the collection. But this is a brand new knife. It's the Efficient. I was so happy to see after several years Spyderco adding to the value line. And then this one, Spyderco said, well, this is another part of the value line. It is. It's called the Polestar. And they did a couple of different things. The biggest thing they did was they changed the steel. Now again, these are made in China. They actually shipped American steel, CTS BD1 steel, to China for it to be assembled there. So this is new steel, CTS BD1 steel. Other than that, it's the same. They didn't include the forward choil. So the blade is everything the same as all the others except for the steel. And the handle, you can see they have this nice checkered texture G10. They upgraded the G10 a little as well. Everything else, see-through construction, 4-way clip. It's just a nicer value folder, but still at a reasonable price. The Polestar 3.3 inch blade, 3.1 inches for the edge. The total 7.8 inches, and this bigger knife weighs less than that one because it doesn't have the back spacer for one. And this thing weighs 3.9 ounces. So now we have, again, another part of this series, a brand new part of it that I just really love. It's at 3. What did I say this was? Sorry, you guys. 3.3 inches. And so this is right under the tenacious. And so listen, everyone on YouTube talks about all their fancy knives, from customs all the way down to me showing off my stuff. But it's really about knives. If you just want to pick up one knife, one of these knives could last me forever. Okay? So, I say I'm a collector, I am, because you only need one or two knives. This collection right here, under $200, you could have literally 6 wonderful Spyderco knives that have all of the things that a lot of the other Spyderco knives have. They don't have the fancy smancy carbon fiber handles. They don't have the exotic blade steels, but oh, it's nice. If you're thinking about gifting it to someone or getting someone started in knives, I love these value folders. And now there's 6 of them. Over the last year and a half, Spyderco introduced 2 new ones. There you have it. Yeah, I'm going to be late for work, but I wanted to show you guys the value folders before we got out of my Spyderco collection. There you have it. The resilience, the tenacious, the persistence, the ambitious, the polestar, and the efficient. I love it. If you guys love these knives of the day, don't forget to thumb it up. That just keeps me going. Also, don't forget to subscribe. That helps me. And also turn on your notifications. I'm expecting new knives later on today or tomorrow. So we'll do some new knives, Spydercos. They are Spydercos for you as well. So make sure you turn on your notifications so you don't miss them. There you have it. It's the Spyderco. The knife of the day actually is 6 knives. The knife of the day, though, is the value folders from Spyderco. You guys take good care of yourselves. Seriously, just you. It's okay to be selfish in this regard. Take good care of yourself so you can take good care of others that you love. You guys have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. And remember, it's not the money you have. There are knives for every single level. So I hope that these value folders, if you've been thinking about knives, watching this video and saying it's too expensive for me, save up and get a value folder. It's only called value folder because they want to keep it in a certain price range, but trust me, they are well-built knives. They are well-built knives. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.